On January 14th, 1996, a man named Ricardo Lopez would begin a video diary on his 21st birthday. It wasn't an ordinary video diary, it was documentation of his plan to kill the singer Björk, and afterwards himself. There were a total of 11 videotapes that had a total time of 2 hours on each tape, which equals to 22 hours of footage overall. Each tape showed off him planning his revenge. Revenge on what exactly? His revenge on Björk for being in a romantic relationship with jungle producer Goldie. Lopez stated in his written diary before his video one was started that, "I wasted 8 months and she has a fucking lover," along with other things including racist remarks, which I will obviously not repeat.
Okay, so I can't actually find anything or any pictures of his diary because it's lost media. Like, his 800 something page diary is lost media because there wasn't any copies of it, and the fact that it was destroyed by, I think it was the police in 2007. So yeah, nice. Had to get the information off of Wikipedia.
Because of this, he began to think of ways to quote-unquote punish Björk, which led him to start his video diary of revenge. What he did to get his revenge was extremely disgusting. He decided to create a sulfuric acid bomb which would be mailed to her house, killing her, but he was initially going to create a bomb with hypodermic needles filled with HIV infected blood. In these tapes, we see him make the bomb over the course of a 3-month time span. When he went to mail the bomb, he put it in cellophane wrapping and added a fake letter which would get it past her record label. On September 12th, 1996, Ricardo recorded his final tape, which he called Last Day Ricardo Lopez, and began with him getting ready to send the bomb off to Björk as we see him going to the post office. He stated that he was very nervous about committing suicide on that day, but also said that he would rather do this than get arrested. After coming home from the post office, Lopez put on some of Björk's music, strips naked, and started to shave his hair and eyebrows, along with him painting his face red, green and black for an unknown reason, but it was thought of by police that he was doing it to make it harder for him to be identified. He then looked at himself in the mirror and stated that he was less nervous than earlier, and then said that he wasn't drunk and knew exactly what he was doing and was in complete control of the situation. He then cut the gun back and said, "It's ready to roll," and began to put the song I Remember You by Björk. As the song wrapped up, he is heavily breathing due to stress and preparation of what he's about to do. Then he shouts his final words, which aren't audible but have been speculated to be victory. Lopez then pulls the trigger and falls onto the floor. The tape is still running for a good 30 minutes. Within the 30 minutes, we hear a sound of water flowing, which isn't water nor a tap. It was his blood pouring from his head. And we hear him groan multiple times before dying. 4 days later, the building manager for the apartment that Lopez was living in complained of a foul odour and blood coming from Lopez's apartment. When the police got involved, they found Ricardo's corpse with a message on the wall reading, "The 8mm tapes are a documentation of a crime. Terrorist material. They are for the FBI." The building was then evacuated by a bomb squad to search for more explosives, and the police in Florida contacted Scotland Yard, which is the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police in the UK, to let them know that there was a bomb headed for Björk's home that needed to be detonated. Luckily, the police in South London managed to get to the package and disabled it safely, meaning that Björk was safe and sound. This incident shook Björk up so much to the point that she would have sleepless nights and ended up having to move to Spain to finish her 1997 album, Homogenic.
Back in August 1989, a family who were travelling near Stockton, California, had to pull their car over due to it overheating. The father,
Alfonso Salua, and son
Hector Salua.
got out of the car to find the closest available phone. As they walked, Hector spotted a folded up camouflage jacket on the side of the road. Upon closer inspection, it seemed that the jacket was hiding something, and when they looked inside the jacket, they found a videotape along with a human skull, which was probably fake, and decided to take the tape home. After managing to successfully call a tow truck and get home, the family decided to play the tape, and the contents on this tape were truly dark. The tape itself showed a building on fire in the dead of night, as a man behind the camera talked with a disturbed whisper. He would say things such as, "The fire that I will destroy and burn your soul up, ancient spirit of evil," and "This is what I've been doing on your week's vacation. I said I'll do it. I'll do it." In another part of the tape, the man says, "Just take a good look at that and you tell me that I cannot start fires." And throughout the tape, he talks about a man named Omar. Lastly, when the fire department finally arrives and sirens shout through the area, he says, "The fire department's trying to put it out. What a laugh." The family was disturbed, shocked even, about this tape unsurprisingly, and ended up going to the police hoping they could find out the perpetrators and the location of said fire. And after some tireless searching and investigating, the police couldn't find anything. Since this was around the 90s, like the very early 90s, and the tech wasn't as good as it was nowadays, so they ended up going to the show Unsolved Mysteries as a last resort with the tape to see who was behind it. This ended up being the downfall of the ones who did the arson attack when the episode aired, as people started calling in tips along with a firefighter who recorded the same fire from a different angle confirming the location, which ended up with 2 people being arrested. The 2 people were unnamed 17 and 19-year-olds. They were only unnamed because of their age at the time of the offence. But the 19-year-old was the one who actually started the fire and was sent to a psychiatric ward, and the younger one was sent to juvie. It has also been confirmed that one actually died in 2017. I don't know who, because obviously they were unnamed, but they died after being hit by a car. But as for Omar, I've seen many people say that the man is named Omar McKinley, but I haven't managed to actually confirm that it's him. I've just seen loads of posts saying that it is him. So I'm going to take that, and you better take that with a grain of salt for now.
On May 26, 2011, a video was uploaded to YouTube that went by the name of Joplin Tornado, uploaded by Mr. Amir270. And by the sounds of it, it is indeed a tornado video, but not just any tornado video. This video displays a horrifying side of it more than its destructive nature. The video itself begins with a man just driving down a highway in a semi-truck with music on, and the sky is already fairly grey. As the man drives down the highway, the sky gets seemingly darker and darker the further he goes along, with the rain getting heavier and heavier, until the sky is fully pitch black, but he keeps driving and thinks nothing of it, until it's too late. All of a sudden, the car tips over, and the only thing we can hear is loud, chaotic winds. Then the video ends. The video isn't faked at all and is footage from a real tornado incident that took place in Joplin, Missouri back in 2011. That was an EF5 level tornado, which is extremely devastating. To give an idea of how catastrophic this was, 162 people lost their lives. Around 75% of Joplin was destroyed, according to emergency officials. 4,000 leaks in water line services were caused by the tornado, and 21 cell towers were damaged. And all that damage was done within the short 38-minute time span of the tornado. Luckily, the person in the video is okay, because the uploader is the person who was driving, as we can see in the comments. Such comments read, "I'm alive and well, I posted the video for my family to see. Never thought it would have close to 30,000 views. The tornado was wrapped in rain, looked like it was just a rainstorm. It was my regular route I drove every day, and strong wind, hail, out of the blue was normal through Joplin getting into Oklahoma, so I never thought more of it. And I had no clue that there was a tornado coming. I was thinking just some regular normal weather through Joplin. My truck flipped once and it got pushed, hit a ditch, and got stuck there. Once I flipped over, I was moved about 30 feet, I would say, maybe more. So yeah, he didn't know he was driving through a tornado itself. And from what I've seen, he hasn't sustained any serious injuries, thankfully. But the same can't be said for others, sadly. He was one of the lucky ones.